Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere. All right, welcome aboard, boys and girls. It's good to see all of you out here on a nice Sunday evening. It's a little rainy here in Louisiana where I'm at, but I hope it's going well for you guys. I want to thank you for being here. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere, and we're celebrating my 300 subscribers. Actually, I'm up to 306 now. I guess I did a short earlier today and I got 4 all of a sudden from out of nowhere. It's crazy. You do shorts and you get a bunch of them all of a sudden. But I got a few friends aboard to celebrate with me tonight. So let's bring them in. First of all, we got Knock. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Good.
He's a regular on our Wednesday night show, State of the Atmosphere. And he's also a really good friend of mine. We've known each other, God, what? 11 years now, 12 years, something like that.
2011.
2011, the first year of DC Universe Online, baby.
Yep.
But it's not just that. We've actually met in real life and all the good stuff. He's a very good friend of mine. I'm glad you're here, man. We'll talk about what you did today, though. I want to talk about that. And then we've got Das Wolfen from Pop Culture Minefield fame. What's going on, man?
Wouldn't call it fame. I'm just usually the quiet guy sitting in the.
I call it fame. I want you to start doing your Tuesday streams again, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of master's program, so some of it's going pretty hard.
Yeah, I hear you. All right. Well, it's good to see you, man. And of course, we've got the best backup quarterback in the league, Matt from Small Time Republic. How you doing, man? It's good to see you.
Doing great.
What? How was your weekend? Did you have a good one?
It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Got to eat lunch with my mom today. So.
Oh, very cool, man. I wish I could, man. I'm way away from her. She's on the opposite end of the country from me, man. And then new to Joe's Atmosphere channel, but you guys have seen this guy before. It's the Tony Stark man.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on, Big Daddy? How are you?
I'm here and just hanging out. Figured I'd swing by and hopefully provide some entertainment for y'all throughout this celebration.
You know,
every good
man.
Party needs a clown, and I will definitely be that clown.
Now you're on the East Coast, aren't you, Tony? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I am a Kentucky boy, born and raised, and yeah, I mean, I'm about far east as you can get.
Yep, I hear you, brother. My mom is in the northern tip of Maine. That's what I was getting at when I said I couldn't eat with her today because, man, matter of fact. I had to call her. I got off work at 7:15 this morning, and that's 8:15 her time, and I was almost late calling her because she's in rural Maine, and she has to drive almost an hour to go to church. So if I hadn't called her right when I got home, I wouldn't have talked to her till the night. You know what I mean? So I hope everybody got a hold of their moms today. I know Knock called his mother today. I know he better have anyway. In between one of those movies. Oh, you went by the house. Okay.
I don't want to be the Debbie Downer. Let's just say that I did make phone calls, so where they answered, not so much.
I hear you.
Well, it's been for about 3 years, but that's neither here nor there. We're not here to be.
I hear you. It's a celebration, brother. It's a celebration.
Unfortunately, my mom's not here to celebrate. So
yeah. But we're all thinking about our mothers today. So
oh yeah,
definitely reached out. Who we got in the chat? Well, Foxy's in there. That's my better half right there, Tony. Rhonda Rivers there.
Pleasure to
I
meet
call
you.
her Foxy. And let's see who else we got in here. Ah, Kristen Delorme. Yes. Yes, my good Canadian friend. How you doing, man?
Pleasure to
I'm
meet you.
actually going to show the folks some of the drawing I did for you. I think I have a video of that. But let's see. Oh yeah, Rhonda's congratulating me on 300 subs. Let's see who else we got. Pleasant Valley Picker, California. How you doing? It's good to see you. I don't know if I've seen that person.
It's
in
Pleasant
chat
Valley
before.
Picker, Canada. He's one of
Canada. I thought okay. Means Canada.
Yeah, it's
okay.
kind of a Stark Tower raid. So
Okay, I got
people
you.
coming in that you've never met before.
All right. Well, that's great. The more the merrier. And this guy I used to work with, James Cameron. How you doing, man? It's good to see you.
Now is that the James Cameron?
No, that's not the James Cameron. Not at all.
Now wait a
No,
minute.
no, sir.
Who's to say who is the James Cameron and who's
Right.
Will the real James Cameron do me a
Please
super
stand
solid
up.
and please stand up?
And then, of course, we've got Real Wade Nations here. It's good to see you, man. Good to see you here. And Static 2020, how you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Christian says, enjoy your moms, boys. For us with no mom. Gotcha, man.
Agree.
Yeah, we're doing that, no doubt. So I got to 300 subs Thursday night. And then the next day, after I put it out on Twitter that I'd got to 300, right? Then, like 5 minutes later, I only had friggin' 299. I lost one somewhere, and now all of a sudden I got 306. I put up a short to advertise the wrestling show I was on this afternoon on Pop Culture Mind Show, and I got 4 of them from out of nowhere. So you know how that goes. It goes up and down and stuff. And there's my stepson right there, Foxy's son, saying hello, Atmosfere.
Hail, David Burrows.
But yeah, let's see. Says 307 on my end. Oh yeah, okay. Well, maybe I got another one somewhere. But you know, I've been trying to do it organically. You know, I keep getting people wanting me to pay them money to get subscribers and stuff. I'm just so afraid of bots and stuff, you know, with that stuff. So I don't mess with any of that. And
besides that, it's against terms of service, and you could lose your
is it?
account.
Is it?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I'm
you
glad to hear
don't-
that. Yeah.
Any alien scripts mucking up the algorithms a big no.
Big no. Don't want to do that. Well, you know, I also want to say hi to the guys on Rumble. I just recently started streaming on Rumble, and I'm actually getting my foot in on Twitter. I had been broadcasting on Twitch, but I'm only going to do video games over there now. Since they've started having live streaming over on Twitter, I decided to get in on that and see what he's going to do with that. You know, how he's going to monetize it and stuff like that. It's going to be interesting to see. So, I'll ask Tony. He's had a channel for a pretty long time. Where are you at subscriber wise? Are you trying to get them up, or
I am at $1.90 and have been at $1.90 for about a week now.
Mhm.
I took a little hiatus and came back.
Okay.
I was at around 140 when I did, but
Mhm.
after I basically started, refreshing the course and keeping it, essentially chill streams,
Right. Yeah.
talk about anything, and then occasionally, I am working on some videos down the line.
Mhm.
I've just been roping in people going along, and I hope to occasionally get to 1,000. Is it in my immediate to do? I mean, no, I'm not going to stop going to work.
No, of course not.
But-
None of us
but-
can. Yeah.
but it would be nice to occasionally at some point down the road, a year or two from now, make $200-300 a month extra just by doing this. I'm pretty content with that.
Yeah.
And
Well, I feel like I'm doing okay.
out. Yeah.
I've been doing it about a year now, and these guys will tell you I blast this stuff when I do it. A few hours beforehand or around lunchtime the day of, I'll blast this stuff all over every social media I've got, and that's basically how I'm doing it. So, that's but I've picked up I've got 300 now in a year. I figure that's a good pace,
300 in a year is a very solid pace because
Yep.
I was told that the first 100 is the most challenging.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then it's an exponential rate. As you get more, you will gather more. You said you are at 300 Thursday and you're already at 306.
Yeah. But
So,
it's so funny, man. I mean, earlier today I was at like 302 and I put out it seems like, the only thing I do these shorts for is I'll make a short video, like a GIF or GIF, however it's pronounced. You computer guys, is it GIF? Okay, graphic something.
Choose GIF. A GIF is a graphics interface.
Gotcha.
GIF is a peanut butter.
GIF is a peanut butter, which is it is the best peanut butter too.
I don't know. I like Peter Pan, but we can agree to disagree.
Yeah, we got to agree to disagree, man. I'm a GIF guy, no doubt.
Peter Pan guy. Yeah, sorry.
Are you? Well, I guess I'm the guy with the celery stick. I guess that's me. But anyway, let's see what they're talking about here in the chat. You want people to find you organically because they will also help you get watch hours. Yeah, for sure. That sounds about right to me. Organic 300, paid 30,000. I'm not paying for this stuff. I just don't see paying for things that you can do on your own.
30,000 will not get you a return.
No.
If you're paying for those 30,000, you will still be out more money than you will be receiving in ad revenue.
That's right.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Ruben Christopher Haynes is here. What's up, man? Did you are you on my is he on my thread? I can't remember if he's on there or not. Ruben should be on there. You can come in if you want to, Ruben. But anyway, these guys are all stopping by and saying hi. But yeah, it's been fun, man. Well, you don't know this, but the rest of the guys do, Tony. I lost my job in manufacturing because of COVID, and not because I got it, because they realigned with bankruptcy and shut down the plant here in northern Louisiana. I was working for a glass manufacturer. I was a furnace tech. Anyway, 3 months severance. I redid this room, which I'm going to walk around and show you guys here in a little bit. The studio, people are always asking me what's on the walls in here. I'm going to show that off here in a little bit. But I said, you know what? I'm 57 years old. I got less days ahead than I have behind. I might as well start doing what I love doing, And I've always enjoyed playing video games online, but I had been watching Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, his reviews of Last of Us 2, because I wanted to see a review of it before I bought it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I got burnt by WWE 2K20 and spent $100 on that and played for a whole hour.
Sorry.
And said, yeah, right. Oh, it was bad. That game was horrible. But it taught me, I said, you know what? I'm not buying these things brand new anymore. And you can ask Knock. I don't buy the new Madden game. I won't buy it until the season starts for last year. When it's like, how much does it cost then, Knock? It's like $15 or something, right? It goes way down whenever they put the new game out, right? Something like that. Yeah. But anyway, and I said, I'm going to start doing what I like to do. I started working on my comic book. I started my YouTube channel, and I have the luxury of having a job where I only work 3 days a week to get 40 hours, so I got 4 days a week to work on my artwork and this stuff. So,
I have a similar job. I work 4 days a week and have 3 days off now.
Yeah.
I can volunteer overtime, and sometimes we do occasionally work on a Friday. But where I'm a very weekend-oriented YouTuber, it works out that way. During the week, that's when I'm catching up on whatever game I'm playing, or coming home after work and just going to bed. Taking care of things around the house. But on the weekend is when I am usually coming out to play, as it were. Like right now.
Yeah. Do you? What games do you like to play?
Usually single player stuff, because I'm very much. I see online communities and games, and I'm not about it. Like, I'm the kind of person that plays Fallout 76 by himself just to get another Fallout game.
I do too.
Yeah. You know, I pay that $12.99 a month. And I'm already like level 50 some odd. I just picked it up like a month or two ago, and I'm like already past like the level 50 barrier. Just, you know, poking and prodding around. I'm a big Fallout fan, big single player fan. Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls. Yeah, Knock loves that one too. Yeah,
Um,
he plays it a lot. Me and Knock.
occasionally you'll see me like, you know, poking around on Fortnite and whatnot, but that's like few and far between.
Right. Knock and I met playing DC Universe Online the first year it was out.
Nice.
And yeah, I still play it occasionally, you know. But yeah, friggin' we got in a league together, which was a great league. We had our own website. We wrote stories, man, and that's what basically made me want to do the comic book, you know. And my guy's a pirate from the American Revolution that got sent here to the future, you know. Knock's guys, Knock always had, he's got a bunch of, we both have a bunch of characters, but his always have 3-letter names. Knock, Nige, what else? Vax. Vax is one that's actually a character in a anime now, isn't it? Isn't there a Vax in that I can't remember. What's that one anime show that you guys do? It's the Dungeons and Dragons guys, the voice acting.
The
yeah,
Vax.
Vax.
Mercer.
Isn't there a Vax in there?
Yeah, Vax is short for Vax. There's Vex and Vax. Vax is Vaxildan.
Well, in Knock's case, it's just Vax. It's not short for anything, right, Knock?
Pretty much.
Wasn't he a tank? Isn't that guy a tank?
He was an ice tank. Yeah,
he was an ice tank. Yeah,
He dabbled in rage as well, but
right. But yeah, we got together playing video games. That one and Madden. We still play Madden occasionally. You know, just depending on when we have the same games going or not. You know, we had a franchise going. We haven't played in a while. Let's see, on Twitter group. Okay, all right. I'll send him an invite then. I thought he was on the Twitter group. Shoot.
Yeah, at least not the one that has.
Usually, our franchises usually end when Joe tends to stop caring, and then I lose interest, and then we just stop playing. For a while.
Well, you know, to beat him, what I have to do is I have to get him the first couple of seasons, because once he starts building the team, I'm screwed. Because this guy's like one of these mad scientists that gets every draft pick in the first round, and I'm playing a 90 overall team every freaking year when I play him, you know. It's crazy. Let's see, where is Ruben on here? I know I follow him on Twitter, so I should be able to find him. Ruben Christopher Hayes, where are you? But yeah, I do video game streams. I do a pop culture stream with these guys you see here on, well, anybody. Now that you're on the stream, if you're off on Wednesdays, you can come hang out there too. That
Very
thread
rare
I put
that
you
I'm
in.
off
Yeah.
on Wednesday.
Oh, the time of day I do it is like dinner time, dude. I do it really
I
early.
am a second shifter. I don't get home till 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, so I'll never see you. But if you have a day off and you want to join us, you go for it. But let me see.
Well, if you ever get time on the weekends, you're more than welcome to come.
See, that's the thing. I work the weekends. The only time I'm off is
time travel.
Yep, that's it. Time travel. Oh man, Captain Finity, where are you, man? Let's see. Oh, I know.
Christ, Doc. He disintegrated Einstein.
I
The way I
think-
see it, Marty. If you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style?
Man, that movie right there is nuts. So you went and saw your parents today, Knock? What? How are they doing?
We hung out. The whole family got together yesterday because that was the day we can all get together.
Yeah,
Nieces, nephews, all my brothers. So yesterday is when we really celebrated, and then today I just stopped by to pick up a property tax bill that came in the mail. So
I would check you out. Check you out. Get some Monet. What's up? Yeah.
I'm not gonna give money. It's
Ruben, I'm gonna send it to you on Gilded. Direct message on Gilded, buddy. I forgot we're on Gilded together, and I will add you to that. Twitter thread as soon as I can. Hang on one second. Okay, there it is. Boom. I'm doing this with my phone, guys, so bear with me one second. Matt, did you say you went to eat with your mom today?
Yep, got to eat with my mom and some other family members, and it was a good outing.
Yeah.
Really
Cool.
enjoyed it.
Yeah. He's on the Gulf Coast, so I'm sure you went and ate some fish somewhere.
We went to a chain restaurant.
Did
So,
you? A chain?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
On Mother's Day, you went to a chain. She must like the chain though. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, it was it was not seafood, but it was good food. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are we going to talk about Wednesday?
We were doing video games.
Video games.
Yeah.
That's it. We're going to talk about
Or
video
best
games.
and worst.
But we need a review from you of what's the movie you were really wanting to see? The
all
Zodiac movie?
Yeah, I'll tell you about all three.
Yeah. Okay.
The Zodiac, Super Mario's, and then ended with Guardians today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Guardians.
Did you see it?
I did.
Yeah.
I
It's a
had
good
to
movie.
skip out of the conversation last week, Tony, because they were talking about it last Wednesday, and I had Joe send me a text when they got done talking about it because I
Big
haven't seen it
question:
yet.
has everybody on the panel seen it?
Yeah.
At this point, yeah, I
Have
believe
you
so.
have you seen it, Matt?
Yeah. I have not, but I don't mind spoilers.
You know what? It's better that you just get the straight talk from us before you see what they
What's up,
do.
Ruben?
Hail, Ruben!
How you doing, man?
Hey, Ruben.
I see you with the frozen face. What's going on, man?
That was actually very good. I thought your image was like. I thought your feed was like.
I'm fine. I've tried to do the direct thing, trying to stay focused and to stay focused.
Ruben,
There
if
was
you
a
make
little
yourself
movie called
gray,
Troll
you have a
News
career.
that would have totally
It's John Cena.
loved you to just
Can't see.
stay still at the dinner table like that, you know? Like, you know, if you were around when Troll 2 was being filmed and you were in the area, you could have totally gotten apart.
Exactly.
Ruben's my friend from the Dix Division, Comics Division's membership bunch. I'm sorry I missed it last week. We went and saw Guardians last week. That's what we were just talking about. Me and
Well, that's
Foxy
good.
just went. No, we went and saw Guardians. Have you seen it yet?
No,
Did you go see it? No.
not yet. No,
Oh.
I'm done.
No
I'm done.
spoilers, then, folks.
No, I'm done. No, it's
Let's
fine.
not
I'm done. I'm done with Marvel. I don't care.
Oh, okay. He's not watching
I'm
the
like-
Marvel thing.
I'm black pilled with the when I haven't even finished Multiverse of Madness.
Really?
Well,
Wow.
I went at 25 minutes in. I said, "Fuck this shit," and turn it off.
Sam Raimi.
Well, I can tell you, Ruben, that Guardians of the Galaxy stands on its own. So
Yeah.
you don't need
Yeah.
I know.
You don't need
But
to
I'll-
watch
I'll-
anything
but
from
I'll
before
wait. I'm not giving Disney any money.
I mean,
I actually cut all my
honestly
subscriptions. The only
feel-
subscriptions I have are the people here,
Mhm.
YouTube, Spotify, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you.
I'm done.
Well, I couldn't do it. We've got Disney for the grandkids. We've got. I have so many people that are on my stuff. My dad's on it. My mom's on it. You know, I pretty much supply the family with it. But I get Peacock off of David, my stepson. You know what I mean? So we share stuff. But we've got the bulk of them. But yeah, Guardians was good, man. It was good. I enjoyed it. There was a couple of things I didn't like about it. I didn't like Quill being a drunk, but you know, hey.
No, I it gets a 6.5 for me. I'm a bit more harsh.
Mm-hmm.
It does stand alone as being the best, but it's the best of the worst that's out right now.
Yeah.
It has a lot of problems. Its pacing is totally sheet in the wind, and you know, it's flapping back and forth. And on one side, it's like this is very dark and morose and depressing. Oh, but here's a joke.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
angering or embittering. Oh, here's a joke.
That's
Here's
every
the
Marvel
best
movie,
joke.
though. You know, shoot, what are you gonna do?
But like, if you're going to tell us a dark story like that, it's the Guardians of the Galaxy. They don't need that.
Yeah.
Don't go to see Guardians of the Galaxy to see things that make us cry. We go there to laugh and to have fun and to take it easy, because it was the take it easy franchise of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then they, you know, and I honestly feel like James Gunn had a checklist, because with the amount of set pieces, here's this set piece. We're going to be here for about 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just go to this set piece, and then, you know what? Let's blow it up. Okay, we're done with that. 20 minutes later. And then we're going to go to this set piece.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have that set piece literally French kiss the eye socket of another set piece.
Right. Well, I like the stuff with Rocket and the High Evolutionary. I thought that was dynamite. And that is my daughter-in-law, David's wife. Good to see you, darling. Thank you very much.
I am a cat dad.
Mm-hmm.
So the scenes with the, we'll just say the half-world scenes.
Yeah.
Definitely ran down my spine the wrong way. And
Yeah.
I had to watch the movie twice, because the first time was for initial reactions.
Right.
And then the second time was, okay, now I need to grit my teeth and actually pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
I should have that review up sometime either tonight or tomorrow too.
Yeah. Okay.
In full detail on my channel.
We'll check it out.
But
sure.
but it just rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Especially with Quill. I agree with you 110% with Quill.
Yeah. And
I get that the man lost everything, but he doesn't need to be turning into a drunk about it.
Yeah, I didn't think that was cool. I really didn't.
I mean, that was like, what, 10 minutes of him being drunk? It's not like
Yeah,
it was
but
the
still.
entire thing. He was
It's an old
bumbling around
trope, man. It's an old trope. It's been done a million times. I mean,
yeah, and he retained that embittered, angry visage throughout the entire film.
Yeah. Well, one thing I did like was they didn't smash those two back together again right away. You know what I mean?
Well,
so
they just decided to have him go, yeah, you know what? Well, my Gamora this, my Gamora that.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I'm not your Gamora. I'm
right.
not your Gamora. And then, a few scenes later, my Gamora this, my Gamora that. And she's like, will you fucking stop?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And even I think James Gunn saw when he wrote the script, and he wanted to make like meta jokes at it. Like whenever Drax said, oh, yeah, that was painful. Yeah, of course it was painful.
Mm-hmm.
You got the guy that's supposed to be the leader of the team simping over somebody that isn't even his somebody.
Yeah. Well, if any of the jokes worked, it was Drax's. As usual, he was the funniest dude in the show. So
Drax was the coup de grace of the movie. Everything that Drax did was solid gold. It was just like in the holiday special, whenever they peppered him up with 9mm rounds, and he's just like, and he's just like, he's just playing. And to him, he's just playing. He's frolicking around, and he flips that cop car playing.
Yeah,
he's like, having fun. And there's these guys going, oh my God, we're gonna die.
Yeah. But overall, that's
just like
I liked it. I've got a few things I didn't like about it, because the thing with Pete being a drunk at the beginning, I didn't like that. That's just so overused. Guy drinking himself over a chick. Give me a break. The other thing, it was where they have to just slam comedy into things to keep you from feeling things, which that always sucks. I've never liked that. So, but I tell you, on the whole, I thought he did a good job of, I don't want to say polishing a turd, but this movie was supposed to come out a long time ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't even supposed to be this movie.
No, it wasn't.
It had a completely different plot. It was supposed to do the Annihilation, bring in Annihilus, bring in Nova.
Yep.
And it was supposed to kick off the Marvel cosmic universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it got blown up because he got fired, and he went to work for DC for a little bit, and then he had to come back and do this. And but I like the way they wrapped up the storylines. I thought that was cool. I thought the Lord of the Rings type ending where they had an ending for everybody was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that could explain why it was as morose and as depressing as it was, because he could have wrote it in protest. He'd be like, all right, I already had your movie. Why do I need to write another movie? Fine, I'll write your movie. Here's your freaking movie. Slap script on desk. Kevin Feige's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Thanks for writing my movie for the umpteenth time.
Right. But what else did you see today? You saw Super Mario, which I haven't seen, and I have no intention to go see.
Super Mario's amazing.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I've never been a big fan, so you know.
it's a good one. You know, it's funny because a lot of people were worried about it. It's like, oh, Chris Pratt, he's going to have an Italian accent. They actually make fun of that in the like him sounding too Italian.
Yeah.
At the very beginning, they make fun of it. He's like, because
Really?
they make like him and his brother make like a commercial. And he's like, did I sound too Italian on that one? I don't want to be, you know. And then he goes to his family, and they're all making fun of him for his accent, you know. So I thought that was pretty good that they addressed that early on, because that was a concern that a lot of people had going into the movie. But no, it was a great movie. It was a lot of the you know, the songs that we know, you know, from the games. You know, they incorporated that.
I heard if you're a fan of the games, you'll love it. That's what I heard.
Jack Black as Bowser is the best. That's the best person that could have covered that. His Peaches song is perfect in that one.
I hate that song. Oh, I hate that.
Well, the good thing is they
much.
don't actually go that long in the movie.
No.
So, but he played that. So it was a great casting to get Jack Black as Bowser. He played that part perfectly.
Jack Black recently covered Wicked. Jack Black recently covered Wicked Game in concert.
Did he?
Chris
wow.
Isaacson. Yeah.
Oh, man. I would love to go see Tenacious D. I really would. Those guys.
They were
fantastic.
here, and I missed them.
Oh,
I wasn't paying attention
man.
to the
You got to be
concert
kicking
stuff.
yourself. Oh,
yeah. Well, they
that
weren't
guy
here.
is so good.
They were within driving distance of me.
Really?
Gentlemen, I hate to cut this short, but I have a person that was at my door just a moment ago, and I did say I was promised that I was going to be spending some time with them too for Mother's Day.
Hey, brother.
So
I'm glad you took the time. Thank you for coming by, Tony. I appreciate it, brother.
I hope to come by
meet you,
again if
Tony.
you ever do this on the weekend. It's a pleasure to meet every one of you. You have a very good chemistry here, and I can dig it. I can dig it.
Well, then go check out State of the Atmosphere. You see us every Wednesday, man.
I do catch you on the rewind, and usually when I do, I leave a like. And by usually, I mean I do that all the time.
All right. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it, man.
All right,
I'll catch up with you one late night after my gaming stream sometime.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you're still up and I'm like bored and just want to do something in the late hours, then
I will jump on board whenever I can, man. It's usually Wednesdays and Thursdays. I'm up late.
10-4, Roger copy. Well, on that note, I shall be taking my leave.
Take care, brother. Thanks. He's a great guy. He's really good. He's a good singer, man. The first time I was watching him late night, he was singing Mac the Knife of all things.
Ooh.
That guy can sing. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
So, the third movie you went to see was
Knights of the Zodiac.
Knights of the Zodiac, and you were all hyped for that one, but
I was very, very curious about it. I didn't think it was going to be mind blowing or anything like that.
Yeah,
it's a very generic story.
Mm-hmm.
Super generic. It's nothing to write home about. I was just in it for the cool armor and the fight scenes, which really didn't come until very late in the movie. So
right,
this is kind of just like if you had said that this was Power Rangers,
mm-hmm.
I would have said yeah, okay, this is the origin story of Power Ranger kind of deal. Like it just
right.
There was nothing original really about it. You had two beautiful people being the main actors and actress, and and Sean Bean doing what Sean Bean does.
Wait a minute, did he die?
One spoiler.
Did he die?
That's what I was going to ask. Did Sean Bean die?
What kind of grisly death did he have?
I will not spoil that unless you ask me to.
I'm not going to see it until it comes on TV, but
All right. I mean, if you want me to spoil it, I will.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. We're fine with it. Go ahead.
I don't think a lot of people are going to go see this. It's just fine. So, yes, Sean Bean does die.
I imagine that.
It's a good movie.
Nothing new.
He sacrifices himself. Yeah, it does happen. He is true to form. He is committed to the role.
Is it true that any movie he's in that he doesn't die is a bad movie?
I don't know.
He died in Roland.
I don't even know
One of my
if I've
favorite
seen a
movies
movie
is-
where he didn't die.
Yeah, one of my favorite movies is Equilibrium. He dies at the beginning. So I mean,
Does he?
It's one of
What
my
was
favorite
that dumb movie?
of all time.
What was that dumb
Equilibrium.
movie?
That's the one with
Jupiter
Christian
Ascending
Slater,
or-
right?
That's the Christian
Or not
Bale.
Christian Slater,
Bale.
Christian Bale. Yeah.
It's the one where they have
Batman.
no feelings because they want to. They're tired of war and they.
They want
take the pill.
everybody taking a pill daily
shot,
to keep
yeah.
them dumped down, right? And
And it's against the law.
emotionless.
to feel.
And then
so.
he stops taking the pill, right? And
Yeah,
wow,
he's a special ops guy that just very like they're the kind of guys that stand in one spot but just go in like different they have it down to the science of how to stand in the middle of a group of people with guns and not get hit by a bullet and kill every one of them.
Wow,
it's insane. Like that's okay.
Yeah.
And then he stops taking it. And then
I've seen it once, but it seemed a lot like The Matrix when I saw it, and I was like,
just the shooting scenes, but the actual story is nothing like The Matrix.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So as of IMDb a couple months back, it says that Sean Bean has died in 24 separate films and TV shows.
Really?
And how many's he been in?
It's about a quarter of his on-screen appearances.
A quarter? So
Only a quarter?
only a quarter of it?
That's weird.
But
So
that's
in
a
other
higher
words,
percentage than
according to
anybody else.
Ruben's logic, 75% of the shit he's in sucks.
Basically. No, but what you got to do with
got?
which actor has died in most movies which actor has died in their most
he's
roles.
got to be the one, right? Oh,
Christopher Lee was in a lot
I don't know.
of stuff.
Oh,
so
Christopher Lee too. You're right. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if he died in a lot, but he was in a lot.
I don't know if he's, died the most, but he definitely has some of the most grisly deaths of anybody in any movie. I mean, I don't forget Goldeneye. He fell first of all, and he didn't die from that fall, and had the satellite dish
Crash up.
skewer his ass. I was like, "What in the hell, man?"
I have a candidate for who has died in the most movies.
Okay, go.
Al Leong.
Al Leong. Who is that?
He's a martial artist that plays the heavy in a lot of movies. He's the one that's got the goatee mustache. You see him in Big Trouble in Little China. There's a tons of he's in a ton of movies, and he's always a heavy, so he usually dies.
Okay. Oh wait. Is that the guy? Okay, you said he's in Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah,
But it's not. It's not the main bad guy though. No.
By the way, James Hong is still alive.
Yes, James Hong and Clint Eastwood just won't go away. They won't. Neither one of them will.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. I think both of them are in their 90s. Pretty sure. It's crazy. What you doing, chick? What you got there? Oh, you're
Alrighty,
pouring
Joe.
resin.
It's
My
time for me
girl
to
is
head out.
crafting over there. What is it, brother?
Just time for me to head out. I gotta get
Okay.
I sent you the list, the top 10 people who've died on screen.
Really? Okay. Got you.
All right, fellas.
Interesting. Number one is interesting. I did not know.
All right. You take care, Knock. Thanks for coming, man. I'll see you Wednesday.
Bye, Knock.
Yep.
You be good, man.
All right.
Take it
See you
easy.
Wednesday.
He's not on the list.
Where is it? Where's the list? I thought you said you put it up here.
Private
I got
chat.
something from. I got it from. Oh, in the private chat. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sharing Al Leong's.
Okay. Let's look at that
Page.
first, and then we'll look at this list he's got. Oh yeah. Shit, yeah. He was.
Oh, yeah, I
that's-
know that guy.
That's the guy from Lethal Weapon and Die Hard. He's in
Die Hard,
everything,
Candy
man.
guy, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
been
he
in
does get killed a
73
lot.
Movies.
He's a that guy actor. Yep.
Right? Oh, that guy. Exactly. Let's see what we got here.
Disposable Oriental.
Top 10 people who die on screen. Number 9 will be Sean Bean.
No, he's not even on top.
He's not even on the
the
list.
top 10.
Okay, let's take a look at it. Hang on. Let me get this.
Believe it or not, Al Leong was born in St. Louis.
Really?
Oh,
Wow. Check that out. Okay.
By the way, Ruben and I got to meet in Orlando.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the lobby at the bar
Yeah.
hotel. So yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. I always go to the Dallas one, man. I don't go to the meetup in Orlando. That's a little far for me.
I'm trying.
I am
to
like
Dallas.
2.5 hours away from Dallas, so I'll always be at the Dallas one, man.
Where are you in Texas or no? Or,
No. I am in Shreveport, Louisiana, which is almost right on the border between Texas and Louisiana, in the northern part of the state. I-20 is what separates us. Boom.
Is it a nice place to live?
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. But you need to live in Bossier, though. Don't live in Shreveport. That place is going the way of Chirac and Detroit.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. No,
Joe,
you
you're
want to
saying
live
he needs a
on
tour
my
guide.
side of the river in Bossier next to Barksdale Air Force Base, where the cops like having an Air Force Base, and they don't let you mess around on this side. It's an old thing here, Ruben. You party in Shreveport, but you live in Bossier City. That's where all the cops live.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we got here? Let's put that up.
Yeah, I need to come down to the Dallas meetup too.
Yeah.
I'm only 10 hours away, so that's,
Yeah, you're not far away. That's probably
probably-
closer than all the rest of them.
Yeah, it's closer to than Orlando or the 21 hours to Vegas.
Let's see. This says which character or which actor has been killed the most times on screen. Hint, it's not Sean Bean. But that was a hell of a death right there, bro.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was straight out of the book.
Yeah.
And it was straight out of the book. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Okay, number 10, Danny Trejo. Number 1 is Danny Trejo. 65 times he's been killed on screen. I haven't even seen that many movies with him in it. There's no
I
way.
know.
Christopher Lee, 60. He's number 2.
So
Who
the
said Christopher Lee earlier? Who
the
said
only
that?
reason I guessed him is because he's been in so many movies. I just figured by volume he would have.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Lance Henriksen, 51 times. Vincent Price, 41 times. Now, hey, wait a minute. How in the hell? Oh, okay. That's right. That they both
Shouldn't
played
Lance Henriksen be like
vampires.
49
Okay.
or something?
I was thinking of Peter Cushing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vincent
Joe,
Price is 41. Dennis Hopper's been killed 41 times. Really?
Well, every movie
Wow.
I seen him and he died.
Well, he is usually a bad guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite Western with John Wayne in it, he's the idiot son of the bad guy in it. You know? The Sons of Katie Elder. He's the idiot son of the guy that's trying to own the town. Boris Karloff, 41 times. Yeah, I can believe that. He was in a truckload of movies. John Hurt? Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
John Hurt. Now, this is the late John Hurt?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
All
the
right.
one that was in 1984. Yeah, because people get him confused with William Hurt, but
Yeah.
but they've both passed on. Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's be clear then. John Hurt, is he the one that's in A
Alien.
History of Violence?
No.
No.
That's
No.
William Hurt.
That's William
William
Hurt.
Hurt.
Okay. So John Hurt is the one that was the Elephant Man, right?
Yes.
Okay. He was the cyborg in Aliens, the second.
Well, no, he
No,
had
that
the,
was the second one was Lance Henriksen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I get those two confused, but John Hurt. Yeah, I know who he is. I'm trying to.
he had the
place
alien
the
come
face.
out of him in the first Alien movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the war doctor.
That's
from
right.
Doctor Who.
That's
Yes.
right. Lance Henriksen is the cyborg in the second one.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
gotcha. Okay. All right. Now I've got it. Bela Lugosi. Yeah, that's another one I can believe. 36 times. Tom Sizemore, 36 times. Yeah, he usually plays a crazy person in damn near every movie he's in.
Isn't
Maybe
he in
because
jail
he
now?
was a crazy person. So, you know.
He passed away not too long.
Oh, he died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
Oh
too
my
long
God.
ago he did.
Wow.
Yep. And Eric Roberts is number 10 with 35 times.
Interesting.
Wow. Eric Roberts. Let me
He
think.
also played the master in
It's
in
Julia
the-
Roberts' brother. He's usually
Oh, I know who he is.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, I'm trying to remember my favorite movie with him in it is Runaway Train with Angelina Jolie's dad. I never can remember his
John
name.
Voight.
Yeah, John Voight. But he lives in that one, I think. I think that I must have seen the one that he lives in, man. But Runaway Train's a great movie.
Is that
But,
the one
uh,
with the nuclear payload and they?
No.
Okay.
This is a very down to earth flick, man. It's actually a Canon film, Golden Globus film. It's one of those. It's how do I explain it? John Voight and Eric Roberts are escaping from a prison that's in a very northern area that's winter bound and everything, and they jump on a train. And there's also a girl played by, oh my God, what is that girl's name, guys? She was in God Created Woman. I mean, this girl is gorgeous.
Charlie Theron?
No. This girl is a babe.
Oh,
God,
Rebecca De Mornay.
it's going to drive me nuts now. I'm going to have to look it up.
Rebecca De Mornay, I think it was.
Yes, Rebecca De Mornay. That's her. She is in it too. She's somebody that is just hiding out on the train. She's trying to catch a ride, and apparently what happens is something happens and the conductor dies or something like that, and there's nobody to drive the train, and they can't stop it. And you just have to see it, man. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
and
a
Rebecca
good
De
movie.
Mornay, she did a good job of transferring into that hotter older woman look.
Yes, absolutely. Because one of my
Yes.
favorite movies, she is Donald, or not Donald Sutherland, Kiefer Sutherland's love interest in the Three Musketeers movie.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
And
Oh,
probably my
yeah.
favorite Three Musketeers movie.
The
It's either
Disney
that
Three
one or The Man in the
Musketeers.
Iron Mask. I love that one too. The Man in the Iron Mask is really good just because of the three guys that play the Musketeers in that. You got Gabriel Byrne. You got, what's that French actor's name?
Gerard Depardieu.
No, yeah, that's him. That's him. Gerard Depardieu. And I think John Malkovich is the third guy, isn't he? Yeah. John Malkovich is the third Musketeer in it. Yeah, good stuff. But yeah, what a list, man. Danny Trejo, 65 times he's died in movies.
That's crazy.
I was going to do this here in a minute, but I guess I can start my walk around with a picture of Danny Trejo we have hanging on our wall.
What?
Yes. Hang on a second.
Well, I'm really glad you reached 300. I'm really, really happy for you. Because
Thank you, sir.
You've
Yeah,
been doing
Joe,
a lot of good work.
I appreciate it. I'm trying. I've got a set amount of programs now that I like doing. And I'm enjoying what I'm doing, Ruben. I've told the story several times. Lost my job in manufacturing, and I'm just doing. I've got fewer days ahead than I have behind. I'm going to do what I like to do, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, hang on a second real quick. You're probably not going to be able to hear me for a second here, but I want to show you this picture we got on the wall. Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
Do-do-do.
There you go.
Do-do-do. But yeah, this is my shrine to the Seahawks right here. And my boy
You're
Steve
still
Largent.
showing. You're still showing your.
Oh yeah. Hang on. I got to switch. I got to switch it. I got to switch it. I forgot. Hang on.
The switch.
Yeah, I got to switch. Boom.
And
there it is right there.
Oh,
This is my shrine to Steve Largent. I got that signed jersey from my wife on my 40th birthday.
Wow.
That one there, and that plaque was from my father. And the two newspaper covers are those are from the first NFC Championship we won to go to the Super Bowl. A friend of mine actually sent me the paper from the Super Bowl they went to. But since we were talking about Danny Trejo, and this is basically that's my drawing board you see every time. It's got some of my favorite stuff. That is Supergirl. Met her at you see the picture right next to her there. She's tall, dude. I'm almost 6 feet tall, and look, she's taller than me. I mean, she is a tall girl. I'm sure she was wearing heels, but still, she's a tall chick. But that's my Supergirl. I dig that chick. Oops. Hang on.
There you are. Oh, nice. Oh, that's nice.
We got a little Dean Ambrose action.
Hang on. I got it. That is my drawing board.
Wow.
That's my drawing board. I lost my camera. I'm gonna have to put it back together here. Hang on.
Oh, it's
And I may not get it back, so I'm not gonna fight it to get it back, but I'm gonna try and get it back on.
Looking at all those belts, it reminds me that I recently found
There
out
it is.
that Conrad Thompson, the wrestling guy, has a apparently quite the championship belt collection of all people.
Really? Wow. Okay, the one of Danny Trejo though is over here. Let me see if I can show it to you. Yeah, that's her. That's him and Foxy right there.
nice.
He was a keynote speaker
Wow.
at something that she went
Cool.
to. Yep. And that's the entire cast of Married with Children signed that right there. These were all gifts from my dad. Of course, I got several. I got a Michael Dorn there. You see him, right? My dad gave me a bunch of autographs for wedding presents. Most of them are sports memorabilia.
Wow.
I got a Bob Greasy, Cordell Stewart, Steve Young, Deion Sanders. All these are signed. Joe Namath. Oh, who is that? Randy White, Kerry Collins. Yeah, I'm a sports ball guy, man.
Awesome.
And This Dan Marino. Got that. We got him on, I think, yeah, that's his signature on her mini helmet right there on her desk. This is her crafting area, but this is what I want to show you. My favorite one is this one right here. It's signed by both Bledsoe and Marino. My dad, like I said, he collects them. I'll tell you how here in a minute. And then, of course, the perfect season guy, Bob Greasy, right?
Mm.
And then you've got the Shrine to the Walking Dead. She's actually met her hero, Daryl, right?
Nice.
Ritas. Now, that one right there is just a cosplay picture. But that's Otis right there. You remember him as the guy Shane killed, right? The one that shot Carl when he was hunting. There's a picture of her with him.
Coral.
Coral. The first one she got. Those are the twins from. Those are the twins that ran around with Michonne. Michonne's twins. That's them. And then, of course, one of my favorite characters, Seth Gilliam, the preacher, right?
Yeah.
Father Gabriel. And of course, she's got a picture with Michael Rooker, with Merle.
There you go.
So, and I got some cosplay pictures over here. That poster right there is from the meetup I went to in Dallas. That's that. Comics signed it, and quarterback Garrett. That's the only two signatures I got. I was half in the bag that night. But yeah, that's my. And this is an example of bad wire management, boys and girls. You don't want to do that because it becomes hard to friggin' get things wired up right for different shows and stuff. I've got several different video game systems over here. I play a lot of retro games and stuff. So anyway, but yeah, I figured I'd take you guys on a tour of the place.
There's cable management minus this one.
Look at this guy. Yeah, he's got it taken care of over there. You go, man. But, yeah, I'm enjoying what I'm doing, dude. I wanted to show you guys this. Hang on one second. One of the things I'm doing, and you don't see very often, but yeah, look at my wife. Dan Marino! Yeah, she loves
Laces
Marino.
out, Dan.
Huh? Laces out, dude. You know. But, let's see. Let me get that file real quick so I can show you. Why is this picture thing up? That's so dumb. Hang on one second. How have I got two of these open? Hang on. What is this? Come on. Be nice to me. Oh! It's fucking wallpaper. I forgot. I switched my wallpaper the other day to be a slideshow. It keeps changing. I'm messing up over here. Okay, so I've got video here. One of the things I do, guys, and you don't see this very often, I need to, you know what I need to do is when we do those membership streams, I need to just go ahead and do this live while we're doing it, like Jaffo does, drawing while I'm on stream. Let's see.
Jeffo might be a little more risque than you, though, Joe, in terms of
that's true. That's true. But this is basically what I do, guys. I take somebody's face, they give me a picture, and I just sit here and I draw it. And I get paid pretty good to do it. I've done one for Christian DeLone. Hang on. Let me, I keep forgetting. I get rolling with this and I haven't shared it.
Oh.
Okay. Here we go. That's
nice.
That's the little kid that I was doing, right? And I just come in there and I do it up, man. And what I'm thinking about doing is when I open up commissions on the website, I think I'm going to offer, if I can find some cheap sticks that I can put this on, actually sending them the video of me doing it. You know what I mean? I think that way they know they're not getting a piece of AI art or whatever, because I know a lot of people are worried about that these days. You know what I mean? And they can actually watch me put it together for them, But I shoot video of every one of the ones I do. Let's see. Where is my folder? I want to see. I'm pretty sure I did one of Christians. Yeah, here it is. This is Christians right here. This is the one I did for Christian. And that must be the first video of it. Yeah, see, I've got it on the iPad there. That's Christian and his lady Mel, right?
Right.
And looks like I was just getting the paper ready, really. Yeah. See, I just whip it out. I do okay with the time and everything. It takes me about 2 hours to do each face. Let me see the next one. How many minutes is that? 23 minutes? Yeah. I'm just going through them kind of fast so
Yeah.
you can see the process. What I do first is I just draw what I see. And then I go back and get the proportions right. A lot of erasing, redoing, But I just go ahead and draw what I see. And then I'll start working on proportions and get her done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is most of the work right here. See, this is me working on the proportions right here. If you see me doing this with a pencil, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have gotten a measurement and I'm trying to see if it's correct. Anytime you see an artist holding their thumb up to their pencil, that's what they're doing.
Yep.
And once I've got the proportions, then it's just shade it up and get it knocked out, man. And he wanted those glasses on. Believe me. I was like, are you sure? And he's like, yep. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I shot the whole thing on his, but I'm not sure. Let's see. No, that's a different one. But anyway, that's what I do for side money. I'm going to have that on the website here pretty soon. Me and Rhonda have been trying to get together some stuff for it. She makes different things. I did a stupid thing. I bought her a Cricut, if you know what that is. And she's starting to take over this room with everything that goes with that thing. She can make coffee mugs and all kinds of stuff, man. She made she sublimated my keychains that I give out at shows and stuff, right? It's got my logo on it and stuff. So, what are you doing? Oh, yeah. Come show off the T-shirt. Hang on a second. She's going to show you the T-shirt.
Oh, nice.
You must have been watching in the other room. That's the Royal Fox T-shirt. Hang on. Let me blow it up real quick. Yep. There it is. That's the Royal Fox T-shirt she made. How you doing? She can't hear you guys when she's in here. She's watching in the other room. But, yeah. That's what we're working on here. We're trying to get some stuff together. But you know what? I'm finding out, guys. I'm finding out that there's a reason why these comic books are made with a team. Because I'm doing all of it, and I wanted to get it out in spring, and now I'm shooting for July, and I don't even think I'm going to make July. I'm just going to have to plug away at it as I go, because I'm not going to quit my job anytime soon. We got to work, Oh yeah, there's one of the Privateer T-shirts. Hang on, I got to get my mouse in here where I can find it. Where is it? Okay. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. The bad thing about having 3 screens is you can't find your mouse half the time.
Oh, nice.
There you
go.
Yep.
Nice.
That's the portrait of the Privateer T-shirt. Yep. I got a couple of different ones, but I'm going to have posters on there and stuff. It's just trying to get all that together for the website and get that all together. Shoot, man, I'm still working 40 hours a week. May only be 3 days, but I'm going to have to trim back on some of the YouTubing, but you know what? I dig the YouTubing part. That's the joy I'm getting, is hanging out with you guys and having fun. You know what I mean? So I'm going to have to find time to do this stuff. Let's see. What is she saying before she came in here? He says that like it's easy, laugh out loud. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. Yeah, look, it's God-given. It's God-given. That I actually have had portrait classes before. When I was a kid, I was like 12 years old. My first art teacher, she was teaching me to paint like Arizona sunsets and stuff like that, really crimsons and oranges and really bright colors and stuff, really gorgeous stuff. But I guess at the age of 10 or 12, I did my first portrait, and it was a painting, and it was horrible. I still have it today. It's absolutely just the worst. Okay. But the thing about it is she saw something in it that she was like, okay, you're done with me. I'm sending you to the Barnwell Art Center. You're going to learn from this girl down there how to draw faces so you can improve this, basically, is what she told me. So I did a painting of Christy McNichol. I was in love with that chick, you know. And I went down there. I'm 12 years old. I'm in there with 25 and 30-year-olds, and she would pay a homeless guy $20 to sit for us, and we would draw live models, you know, and not nudes or anything. You know, they were clothed, but
there wasn't any draw me like one of your French girls moment.
No, not that. But I have done that. But I digress. Yeah, it was just, you know. But she showed me little shortcuts, and that's one of the things I have taught in the past. I taught for, I'm sure you've heard of the Michaels chain. It's a crafting and art store.
Yeah.
I taught for them at one point. I had a pretty good class of about 6 to 8 students, and I'm planning on doing it in the virtual world next. I'm going to do it through the website. You know, I'm going to set up appointments there, and I think I haven't decided what I'm going to charge per lesson yet. It's going to be somewhere between 25 and 35, you know, probably leaning towards 35 because I do have to pay for the website and all that good stuff, you know. But I can teach people little tricks here and there that can improve their portraits. You know what I mean? If they like to draw. For instance, one of the tricks I always use to bring an eye to life, and a lot of people don't take a look at your eye sometimes. If you sit there and draw it like it's spokes in a bicycle tire, it is amazing looking when you're done with it. You know what I mean? The way you shade it, you want to make your pencil movements that way, and it's just little tricks of the trade like that I'm planning on, you know, teaching. But once again, I've got to balance out how much I'm going to stream, because the initial push of the streaming I'm really enjoying, so I want to keep doing that. But I've got to, I mean, you know how life is, man. We spent some money on some stuff. Those of you that know me know I've been working on a pergola outside. We put a floor down on it. I'm trying to set up to watch movies out in the backyard, you know. And, well, we pretty much spent our savings on it. So now we got to rebuild our savings. So, you know, I'm going to have to open up commissions and start working again, you know, on that stuff. So we got a show coming up in July. I'm going to be selling commissions on that, and that's what I'm shooting for, to have the website up and running correctly and everything. So that's what I'm doing on the channel, man. Ruben, I've been seeing you a lot on Rumble. You are on Rumble 24/7, man. What's going on over there? I know you're cooking and all kinds of stuff.
Well, what I've been doing is porting over my channels, because I have the main channel. My oldest channel is actually be 14 years in July. It's my weight loss channel. I'm revamping that, doing videos every day because I'm dropping weight rapidly. I've dropped since you last saw me in October. I've lost probably, how much have I lost now? 100 pounds.
Wow.
So
that's amazing.
Continue to go. So right now I'm at 40-20. And then now I want to get to 400, 350, 300. If I get to 333, that's the lowest I've been as an adult. So, and if I hit 199, just kidding. That's no, that's about that's a goal.
Oh, that's what he wants to get to, and I believe he can do it too. John just got what was that? A gastric sleeve you got?
Gastric sleeve, yeah.
Yeah, I was laughing because of the 199.
I know, but the thing is that the last time I was 199 was the summer between 4th and 5th grade.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember I was going to go into 5th grade and I was 200.
How tall are you?
6'2".
6'2". You're a big guy. Yeah. Yeah. Christian says you have 2 comic issues sold in Canada at Joe's Atmosfere, one for me and one for 70s. I knew that already, buddy. I knew that already. Yep. He's a really great guy. He really is. I love Christian to death. He actually, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the late night streams that I'm on with 70s when he does them. It's not very often that he does them, but me and Christian get on there with him. I think the last one we did was, wasn't it when Jeff Beck passed away, Christian? I think that was the last time we did one of those. Because 70s was a big fan of that guy, and he
Yeah.
was very emotional during the stream. Yeah, I remember that one. Let's see. Real White Nation says, Ruben, when did you start losing hair?
Oh my God, not very. I kind of don't remember. It was. I don't remember. It was very, very late. It was about 5 years ago or less.
Yeah.
And I just shaved it. I shaved it all off because I have to shave it, because if I don't shave it, it'll start growing. Because right now it's here. There's hair on here right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's hair up to It's basically I'm bald like right here.
Yeah.
That's my bald spot.
No. Oh, trust me. I'm just giving.
So all this there is hair. There is
hair, my friend. If
is
you
hair
remove
right
the
here.
ball cap, you see I've got the same thing you got. I got the
there's-
horseshoe happening, baby.
Yeah, there's hair
Yeah,
right here.
man.
So I just basically, because again, I said to my brothers, my younger brother told me to shave it off, and I said no, but then I basically decided to do it. And I went, it looks better now.
Yeah.
And what I did today or yesterday, I went to get a proper shave. So they actually shaved it. See how it's it's a thin line now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I said, I want to, because again, it was really bushy before, and I said, you know what? I don't want to look at an old man.
Mm-hmm.
I want to look like I'm 35. So I basically said, and just like Dermy Wormy did when he shaved his beard.
I saw that the other night. About fell out of my chair. I was like, what is he doing?
I'm going to shave 2 when I reach a certain weight. I don't know yet. It'll probably be 300.
Yeah.
Well, we have the same weight goal. Well, you're 199. I'm 200.
Yeah.
My fantasies 185 because that's what I wrestled in high school.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, I've never been one. In high school, I was, what was I in high school? Like 275 around there?
Yeah.
300? Yeah, around there. Yeah.
Yeah, look, guys, I got up to 200 and got diagnosed with diabetes. That's how skinny I am.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And I'm almost 6 feet. I'm like 5'11". And I got it was when I was remodeling this room the way you see it now. It was basically a storeroom, and it had wooden paneling on the walls. I mean, this room was laid out for 2 boys and a bunk bed. This is where me and my brother grew up at. The floor, I actually had to get a drum sander because they painted it brown when I was a kid, right? Yeah, they painted over this gorgeous floor. And so I sanded all that stuff up, and I think we put like 3 coats of polyurethane on this. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. We used a light stain, and it's a gorgeous floor, man. But I guess they knew we were going to fuck it up, so they put a layer of paint down on it.
Oh, no.
But yeah, we had a ball doing it. But when I wasn't working on it, I was sitting there eating a bag of chips, playing video games, enjoying my severance pay, right? And I go to the doctor in February of 21, and he says, man, your A1C is 7.8. I'm putting you on metformin right now. And when I heard that, I was like, okay, my mother had to take these meds for years. And it took her like a decade, but she got off of it with exercise and diet change, right? And I said, okay, well, I'm going to do that. And whenever they made me the appointment for the dietitian, I paid attention. She taught me how to read labels, how to do the arithmetic. I bought a scale for my meats. I mean, I went berserk, and now I'm a food Nazi. I'm the diabetic food Nazi, man. I eat about every 2.5 hours, and I don't eat chips. I rarely eat chips anymore. Haven't had chocolate in 2 years. I haven't had a soda.
You can eat chocolate. Like if you get the 100% cocoa chocolate that has no sugar in it, you can eat that.
Yeah.
Well,
Which I do. I actually have that. Actually, where is it?
Really?
I've got the Hershey's sugar-free candy.
Yeah. Check you out, man. 100% cocoa. That's where it's at.
Yeah, this basically, it has, the carbs are sugared, but it's natural sugar, 12 grams, 4%.
Yeah.
But it has 6 grams of protein. This. So,
Okay.
but I only eat I only have 1 square a night. So it's again, I don't eat that much. Yeah. And I still put it in peanut butter or natural peanut butter, or mix it up and then squash it and then just eat it like that. Just let it put it in my mouth and just let it suck on it until it just dissolves, and it's good.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't, and I'm forcing myself to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my candy.
flavor. Grape tomatoes. I'll check you out. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Little tomatoes. Yeah, those are
Little
cool.
stick.
They're cool, man. They're cool. But yeah, I really paid attention to the dietitian, and now one of the biggest lessons I learned, man, I didn't know this. I mean, I used to eat just one big meal a day and just snack the rest of the day. Turns out, if you don't eat something first thing in the morning, you are messing up. You have got to, because what happens is your body has a memory. Your metabolism has a memory, and if you don't eat first thing in the morning, it goes, wow, he waited this long to feed us. I don't know when we're going to get food again. We're going to hold it. We're going to store it. But if you eat about every 2.5 hours, I get up religiously. I've never cooked in my life, man. And I get up religiously, scramble 2 eggs. I microwave 1 piece of pre-cooked bacon, 1 piece, and 2 pieces of wheat toast with, I can't believe it's not butter on it. Right? That stuff.
Right. Don't do that. That's bad.
Why is that bad?
Use real butter. It's not real butter. It's hydrogenated oils.
Right.
That's the worst thing for you.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Use real
butter and just go light.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
I eat these things.
Oh, yeah.
Good too.
Yeah, those are those. Yeah, it's like a mixture of proteins and nuts and stuff.
Yeah, cheeses and
that's
turkey bacon cob. Okay, gotcha.
That's good.
Yeah, they're good. Yep. Yeah, and I can tell both of you are looking. Your face looks leaner than when I first met you. So
yeah, I know. Yeah, I had my driver's license photo. It was really weird.
That's a good way to gauge it, man. I hadn't even thought of that. Yeah,
I know. It was just weird. Yeah, just I mean, we try and find it.
I've got to do mine next month too. So,
do you?
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it will. It'll be very interesting. But yeah, man. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to just do what I dig, and I love the show I do with my brother. That one I love doing because it's a chance to get together with him. And look, guys, if you ever see me and him together in the same room, we are constantly cracking each other up, and we're having entire conversations in movie quotes. You know what I mean?
From when we were kids.
Huh?
Did you guys fight as kids?
We did occasionally, yeah. To hear him tell it, I whipped his ass every day of his upbringing, and that's, if you saw him, he's bigger than I am.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But you right.
But yeah, to hear him tell it, I whipped his ass every day of his life. But let me tell you, I wouldn't want to get in a fight with my brother. No, that guy. Once he got bigger than me, I quit fucking with him.
You wised up.
Well, what? I'll never forget this, and I tell this story all the time. We were putting up clothes, and at the time we had a bar between in front of our stove, and it was just narrow enough for one person to walk through, right?
Yep.
And all the clothes are on the kitchen table, and I've got some towels, and he wanted to take him to the bathroom, and I'm like, I got it, man. And he's like, give me the towels, Joe. And I'm like, I got it, man. I started acting like it was a football, like I was going to go through him, right? And he come up and hit me in the throat.
Oh, no.
And I dropped the towels, and I went to town on his stomach. I'm just, you're going to hit me. Okay, I'm going to hit you back, you know. Right. I went to town on his stomach, drove him up against the wall, and he friggin' come with a haymaker, and he hit me in the friggin' temple, and I saw stars. And I just stepped back, turned around, shook my head, looked at him, and he thought I was going to come back after him, and he was acting like he was scared, but I was the one that was scared. I was like, man, I don't want to get hit like that again. I stormed out of the house and just walked around the block, you know, and cooled off. But man, that hurt. You
walked around the little birds disappeared.
Yes, until the little birds disappeared. Exactly. But yeah, all brothers fight, man. I mean, what you got to do? It's just, but look. Another story I loved, that same bar, we were scrapping one day, and we ran into that bar and got dislodged it from the wall. Guess what? Wow. The fight was over.
Right.
That shit had to be fixed before our parents got home, man. We were dead.
Oh, no.
The priorities changed. Yeah. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
over. I mean,
Yeah.
we might have, you know, swung hands every once in a while, but man, no, we were a team, dude. We knew how to get the mission done. You know what I'm saying?
That
Wow.
and in your time working as a bartender, I'm sure you've seen a lot of interesting things in terms of people getting in confrontations and things like that
yeah,
through the years.
my friend, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, people ask me, you know, why don't you like UFC? I'm like, guys, I've seen better fights outside of a nightclub at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, I really have. So, you know,
Oh, here's a picture.
yeah.
See the difference?
Hang on, let me pop that up, dude. Okay,
Nice.
go. Yeah, that's a huge difference. That's it. Yeah, and you look drastically different than that one, man.
Today.
Yeah.
Because again, I'll show you. Basically, 'cause I took a picture just a few days ago. Not again, about a month ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it's right here. This one.
Yeah.
And then now the one I just took today or yesterday is this one. The face is getting more triangular.
Oh my God, man, that's
I know.
amazing. So
then
proud of you, Ruben.
What's funny is the fact that, you know, when I ask people how old do I look and they say 30, 40, you go, yeah, that's right.
That's it. Yeah.
But imagine if I got rid of the beard, Jesus.
Right. Yeah.
But I would be hitting off the 20-year-olds.
Right. Look out.
Uh-oh.
No, well, the thing is, I don't care. Well, think about it this way. I work in STEM. I'm looking for work right now. I'm going to find something soon, but I'm looking for a place to live because I'm in a house right now. I'm in a room because I got sick and I'm still recovering from that illness. And I still have the illness, but I'm looking for you know, a place to live and call home. And you know, I haven't really had a home since everything went wrong. You know,
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to find it.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, you'll get there.
Yeah.
Just don't be in a hurry, man. Just keep doing the next right thing, and things will fall into place. I'm a firm believer that nothing happens by accident. Everything happens for a reason, and when it's time, it'll happen, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Really? Yeah.
Exactly.
That's one thing I dig about. I don't know how much you guys have listened to Ruben or talked to him, but he is glass half full. He is not glass half empty. That's what I dig about him. No doubt. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know it's a slow progression. And I'm looking forward to it. And it's fun. I'm going to have some fun. But you know, it's been a rough month. What was it? On the 18th, my card got hacked because I went to the hospital the night of the 15th to the 16th, and then my card got compromised. So I lost some money.
Last month. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I was on the stream when you were talking about that.
Yeah, it was terrible. So I'm recovering. So I'm feel good.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm gonna keep rolling and I tell you what, my two favorite shows are that Wednesday and Thursday show. I love doing the comic book show too, but that one I've got it so close to when I go to work, I'm almost speeding through it, man. You know what I mean? Because I as soon as I go off the air, I am grabbing my shit and running for the door to get to Shreveport to go to work. You know what I mean? I have to be there by 3, which is the top of the hour after I'm done with that show. And the ones that I love the most that I'm on are Gary's Military Monday. I love doing that because I broadcast from my bar and I've got the military wall behind me when I do that one. Nice. The Kingpin, there he is. Das Wolfen.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
Yeah, but I was maybe 475.
Yeah, you were not the weight you wanted to be, no doubt.
No.
That's dangerous weight right there.
Yeah.
You guys, I got to imagine the amount of weight you've lost. Your joints must feel 100% better.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
I never had joint pain.
Yeah?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
How about the back? How about your back?
Never had.
Yeah, my
pain.
back.
Actually,
I have 8 discs that are messed up because I have degenerative disc disease plus all the weight that's on it. Well, I'm finding I'm hurting less because I'm putting less stress on it.
Yeah, for me, it's like it's coming. I'm feeling the actual problem. I have a pinched nerve in my inner groin, and that's where I think everything really is stemming from. So I've been constantly doing yoga, moving around, feeling that out. So it's getting better, and I stopped wearing shoes completely. I wear only sandals now because I want my feet to look more normal, because they're not normal. People shoes bind your feet, for Christ's sakes. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yep.
I've been doing a lot of different things. Yeah, so it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I really dig the Wednesday show we do. I think that one's awesome. It's usually me, Das Wolfen, Matt, and Knock, and anybody else. Matter of fact, Ruben, I'll start inviting you. I didn't know I didn't have you on that thread.
Sorry.
You're on Twitter, right?
Theoretically, yes.
Theoretically, yes. Okay, I will start sending it to you.
I'll put it in the private. I have two. I have two accounts that are super secret.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to send it to you directly on Gilded. There's a few people I have to send it directly to. I will send it to you on Gilded. Okay.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll start getting that to. I could have sworn I had you in that thread, but I guess not. But yeah, I've got this thread with like how many people are in that thread, guys? It's like 33 or something by now.
Yes.
But the thing is, the time of day, not everybody's going to be on this stream at that time of day. It's 5:30 in the afternoon Central Time. People are usually eating dinner about this time. You know what I mean? So,
or you might have some that are commuting, or it depends.
Yeah. So sometimes Matt it works late and stuff, and he can't make it. But but I do it then because that's when my wife has her meeting that week, and she brings me home a steak at 7:30 at night. So I do a hard cutoff at 7:30. Man, I go for 2 hours, and that's it. We're done.
That's true love. That's
true
love.
Yes, it is. That's it. That's it. Man.
Matter of fact, I'm there every time because I have no life.
Oh, bullshit! You've got a life. Stop it.
I'm just working on my master's program, so that takes all my extra time.
Oh, master's in what?
It's in network administration.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
To go with my bachelor's in network security.
There you go.
Yeah.
By the way, Joe, the young lady on your T-shirt, you recently interviewed her, right? You and the Dork Knight.
Oh my God, yeah, man. That was fantastic, by the way. That was all put together. Hang on, I want to save what Ruben sent me so I can have it. Let me do that real fast, like.
I just didn't want anybody to think that was a Brie Larson T-shirt. So that was
no, sir. I will. I'm glad you mentioned it so I can show it off. And actually, I will show you guys some of that interview. It was really, really cool, man.
It was, yeah.
We did it about a month ago, I want to say. But what the deal was? Okay, this is how it happened. And real quick, so I can show you guys the T-shirt. This is Nikki Victory. She is an independent wrestler in the Cincinnati area. Okay. Gorgeous little girl. And she, she's an independent wrestler. Well, what does that tell you? She's got a real job, right?
Yep.
My brother he works in Dallas, the one that's on that show every Thursday night with me, right? And he told me one day, he goes, I know you do this wrestling show. I just found out that I work with a professional wrestler. And I thought he meant right there at the plant where he works at, right? Yep. No, she's part of his supply chain. She's in the Cincinnati area. My brother lives in Dallas, right? And so he put us together, and one thing led to another, and me and Danny, the Dork Knight, that we do that wrestling show on Sundays. The three of us, me, him, and Johnny Rock, get together and do that wrestling show. And but Johnny, because of his work schedule, couldn't be in on the interview. So me and Danny did it on a Tuesday night about a month ago. And oh my gosh, this girl she's the sweetest thing in the world, man. She is just dynamite. We just replayed it today during our broadcast of the Dork Side of the Ring, which is on every Sunday, as Danny says. This was the show today.
Oh,
and that's her. That's her bad guy look now. She's gone bad guy. She's a heel now. I'm sure you've heard of heels versus babyface. And what that means is the heel is the bad guy and the babyface is the good guy. right?
Yeah.
So
I love B heels.
yes, the heels are awesome. But anyway,
I think Ruben was saying he likes her in heels.
her in heels.
Both.
Is that
Both.
well, that's because he's the love doctor. Yeah, I'm missing Matt so much, dude. I am missing him so much.
I know.
But I have hooked up with Jed. I dig that kid. I like what he's doing. The only thing is, he's running a shorter show. So I used to love the later show because when I work, I turn it on when I get up in the residence. When I've turned on the alarm and I've got all the clients in bed, right? Because I work at a rehab. I'm a residential manager at a rehab. And so about 10:30, I'm bedding them all down, and then I turn on my stuff, and you guys are on, and I'm having a good time watching it. But Matt seems to be having some stuff happen in his life he wants to do. So I'm happy for him.
And the way they're doing it now, they're doing the Roadhouse, and then they're doing the Ballbusters. So it's still theoretical.
Yeah.
But again,
and I'm watching it. I just wish they were doing more of the Roadhouse.
I know.
Well, and Joe, if there's not any streams on late at night that you can listen to, you could always go to the Art Bell Periscope YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
Run one of those
Art
like
Bell
8 hours.
Periscope. Do they play his old shows?
Yeah, I think the name of the channel is like Art Bell Periscope or Art Bell on Periscope, something like that. But
I've stopped listening to AM Coast to Coast, and I feel brokenhearted about that. But he's just not the same, man.
He's corporate. Yeah,
he is. He's corporate. What was that guy's name? I can't remember the dude's name. He does Caravan to Midnight now. John B. Wells. That's his name. John B. Wells. I loved it when he was on there. He'd do the weekends, and George Norrie ran him out of there.
Oh no, that's terrible.
Well, what it was, to what they're saying, he's corporate. And he was talking about some it's kind of like the difference between Rumble and YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they Coast to Coast has gone YouTube, and
crap.
John B. Wells does Rumble. Okay, he's got controversial stuff he talks about. You know what I'm saying? So, ever since they did that, I've never thought that show was, and I don't listen to it. And I used to be, when Art Bell was on there, hook, line, and sinker. I was on there late night all the time.
Well,
I used to put it on and go to sleep to it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I actually fell asleep to the other night. They were talking about whether or not Paul McCartney died in a car wreck in 1966 or not, and I was surprised that they even are still willing to go there on Coast to Coast.
You're kidding me.
I think it was the Weekend guy. I don't think it was George.
Okay. I'm looking for this video from earlier today, and I can't find it. What did they bury it on the Pop Culture Minefield channel?
Which video?
The one from the show today.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see it. Let me hit the live one. Maybe there it is. As soon as I went to live, it was the first one up there. Okay. But yeah, you got to see this girl. She is something else, man. Hang on. Let me pull this up real quick.
Oh, okay.
I think I've got.
You have my attention now.
I'm gonna have to redo it because I don't think the sound is on that thing. Let's try this. Share entire screen. Share system audio. And we're done there. Okay, now skip. Let me find something with her on it. Yeah, this is part of the interview right here.
So but you know what? I was only in the ring 3 minutes, and I got to squash I just pulled. I did my little.
Okay, that's Danny being himself. Let's get into
her. Have fun.
Right, he's leaving now.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, that's what I wanted.
Bret Hart. Bret Hart can forgive Shawn Michaels. I guess I have to one.
I'm sure she knows that story about the Montreal screw job, but
So you were a fan, and which is how a lot of wrestlers start. You know, as fans. Did you ever go to any live shows? Did you have any kind of like an initial experience where you're like? Because I found for me, and even though I watched it on TV, it wasn't until I saw it live that I just was like hooked, you know, because everybody's a part of the show, and I'm not a spring chicken. So I mean, my era's, the lower to mid '80s to, the end of the Attitude Era, and I pretty much stopped watching wrestling for about at least a decade after the WWF then. WWE now bought WCW because it just wasn't. The
Oh,
same.
Danny, you're killing me,
Yeah.
man.
So what's like? Do you have like a live experience? I have a couple, but we're here to interview you. These guys hear me talk all the time.
So I did go to like a couple live events when I was younger. Not many though. We usually just watch on TV. But when I went, like it was really cool. It's a lot different than watching from home for sure. But I don't know, like back then I really just enjoyed getting to watch it from my couch. And I got so invested in all the storylines and all of that. But yeah,
So
I
now-
went to a handful of live shows.
Right on. So we've, unfortunately, you're in.
But yeah,
on the
she's a
Bret Hart
sweetheart,
camp, you're in the
dude.
HBK
She really
camp.
is.
What about who's your favorite?
I tell you, she really impressed me because she's a person that she's one of those people having a hard time coming out of her shell. You know what I mean? And to be a bad guy in wrestling, you've got to be out of your shell. And
Right.
yeah, and she wrestles with her husband. That's what drew them together was a love of wrestling, and they trained together with this guy in Cincinnati. And it's just a great story. You should go watch that, man. It's on my channel, but I would recommend watching the Dork Side of the Ring episode because the video's a lot better. The sound's fine on both of them, but the first time we showed it Tuesday night on my channel and Danny's channel, he was sending it out from his place, and I was replaying it, and his connection wasn't very good, so it kept getting grainy and stuff. But this one's really good.
Do you
Go ahead.
remember your first live event?
That I went to?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the Municipal Auditorium. I went and saw Mid-South Wrestling, dude. That was the home of Mid-South. Hell yeah.
Cool.
Fabulous Freebirds, baby. What's up? Michael
my
P.S. Hayes.
My first wrestling experience was the top of the card was Bulldog Bob Brown versus Harley Race.
Oh, man. See, that's what got me into wrestling was Harley Race versus Ric Flair. That's what got me into wrestling, seeing that in the magazines.
Well,
And I'm sure that Ruben remembers this. Matt wouldn't, but back then they had wrestling magazines. We didn't have the internet. And most of the pictures in these magazines, because they were so fucking bloody, were black and white. They didn't have them in color.
Right.
They were all in black and white pictures because most of them, they bladed each other.
Oh, God.
Every time when they wrestled back then,
Well, I remember looking at some wrestling magazines in the early 90s, not too long before the internet started to take off.
Mhm.
And I remember, looking at pictures of guys that weren't in WWF or WCW in these magazines and thinking, okay, who is this person? I'll never see them like an actual video of them,
Right.
but I can at least see the picture.
Mhm.
Some of those magazines just kind of opened me up to the broader world.
Yes,
Down
it's
there.
a huge. Well, shoot, they talk about the era before the WWF being the regional area where different regions had different promotions, right? And it was always the guy with the belt was always either the son of the promoter or the promoter himself. You know what I mean? Jerry the King Lawler was the owner of his organization, and he was the champ. And of course, the Von Erichs were the WC, or I think World Class. What is that? What it was? World Class Wrestling.
In
I think it was WCW was the initials of it, but
Yeah.
or maybe WCCW or something like that.
yeah, something like that. It might have had 2 C's, but these guys, they always had their relatives doing it because they're the only people that they trusted.
By the way, the first time I saw Harlem Heat on television was not on WCW. It was on that ESPN ran that Dallas promotion there in the late 80s, early 90s. And that was the first time I saw Harlem Heat. And, so you discover people there that you wouldn't think. A lot of people went through Dallas. But I went, as far as live events, I went to several in the, I would say, early 90s was mainly when I went. And I don't remember my first one. I don't remember which order they were in, but I did go to one that WCW had something called Beach Blast. That was the precursor to Bash at the Beach.
Bash at the Beach.
And that was here in Mobile, and then also went to like 2 or 3 WWF events around the same time. I got to go to one that had a 6-man tag match that had Flair and Hogan in it. Yeah, and I remember being excited about that. That was when Flair was in WWF. So
Well, we had some real characters back then. Flair was, he's the man. That's, everybody else is trying to catch up to him. The Four Horsemen, right? Yeah. Tully Blanchard, the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. Yeah.
Yep.
You didn't want to mess with them dudes, man. For sure. My favorite match I ever saw, guys, it was on television. It was Lex Luger versus Ric Flair in WCW, right? And at this time, I think what had happened was the Four Horsemen had jacked Sting up, and Sting is good friends with Lex Luger at this time.
Yeah.
Lex was a good guy, right? And I'll never forget this match. It's just proof to me that great storytelling in wrestling, at its best, it is one of the greatest storytelling mediums there is, man. The good versus evil story, during the match, Ric Flair got the upper hand on him, and Sting come out on crutches, and he came ringside, and Ric Flair's bitching at the ref, and at this time, Sting leans over to Luger and smacks him in the face. He's hanging on one of the ropes, he's been beat up and stuff. Yeah. He smacks him in the face, tells him, "Hey man, get after it. You got to get after this guy. This is your one chance." Blah blah blah. He's being his pep squad, right? And he gets him going.
Yeah.
And match turns around for him. He's, and Sting's getting the crowd behind him and everything. It's totally turning against Rick. And then all of a sudden, here come the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. Ole and Arn Anderson, man. They had enough of this shit, right? And about this time, Lex gets Rick in the rack. Now, if anybody's ever watched Lex Luger on WCW, when he gets you in the rack, he's got you on his shoulders. He's got one arm on your chest, the other arm on your thighs, and he's going to break your back, okay? Oh. Yep. And he's got that going on Ric Flair. And what does that mean? Match is over. He's not getting out of that. There's no way, right? He's sitting there doing this. He's got him. And here come the Minnesota Wrecking Crew just going to town on fucking Sting. They started beating him up, and Lex saw it. And that's his buddy, right? He drops Rick, and he gets counted out, beating the shit out of both the Anderson brothers. Touching Sting. He got counted out of the match. He had Ric Flair. He had the belt. He had it in hand. But because his buddy was getting his ass whipped, it was just awesome. It's my favorite match. It's always been my favorite match, dude. It was just awesome stuff.
Mine's going to have to be when Sting first won the belt from Ric Flair.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an iconic match.
I remember that one. That was the Surfer Sting, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's back when he had that kind of high and tight haircut. And he had multicolored face paint back then, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like a lightning bolt in different colors or something like that?
It was more of a swirl thing.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was not the dark crow Sting that
no, that didn't show up until the NWO showed up. That's the whole reason the crow Sting showed up, was because NWO was doing something and they thought he was going to turn.
Yeah. I remember when you got that belt from Flair. That was cool. That was great.
One of my favorite matches. I don't know if I have a favorite. One of them involves, the guy that the Dork Knight simps for, and that's Bret Hart.
Yep.
The 60-minute match between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah,
I think there was at least one of those, if not two, Iron Man matches.
I'm sure you're not talking about the Montreal Screwjob, though. I know you're not talking about that one. Because I don't think Danny'd ever talk to you again if you said that one, man.
So you're saying, if I'm ever in the Dork Knights chat, I can't put Brett screwed Brett in the chat.
Right, you can't do that because then he'll totally block you. Let me.
I remember a couple of weeks ago when I changed his tag to Brett Michael or no? Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. Shawn Michaels Simp or something like that.
Shawn Michaels Stan.
Stan, that's it. Shawn Michaels Stan. He was like, "Who changed my?" He lost his mind, dude. He was mad. He couldn't believe it. It was like, "Who did this?"
By the way, shout out to E-Tip. He rolled through earlier.
Nice.
He rolled through earlier while you were showing all the pictures on your wall, so you couldn't
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I wanted to go back here in the chat and say hi to some folks. Man, my man, Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips has been going off in here. I'm chopped liver, laugh out loud. He says, "No, man, it's not that. I'm just enjoying talking to my buddies. That's all." And Christian says, "I'm off on Wednesdays too." Well, dude, I'll add you to the thread then. I'll make a thread on Gilded. I guess that's what I need to do. Make a thread on Gilded so I can cover the guys that aren't on Twitter. You and Christian, guys like that, huh, Ruben? Let's see. He says, let's see. He says, Art Bell guested on an episode of my favorite series, Millennium. Really? Huh. I did not know that.
Like Millennium.
He also says, my favorite wrestler, Roddy Piper, from Saskatchewan, Canada, 8 years old kid watching. Yeah, there you go. Bloodiest cage match, he says. Yeah.
Roddy
cool.
Piper, he was on the first Starrcade back in the late 80s. That was a big deal.
A huge thing. Yeah.
I believe that predated WrestleMania by a year or two. So
yeah, it did.
Remember when Roddy Piper smashed the coconut on Superfly Snuka's head, and he got a piece of the coconut in his eye?
I didn't see that.
I didn't know about that.
I didn't know about that one.
Yeah.
The one I always remember is when he ran Robert Downey out of the ring with a fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
You remember that guy,
Downey,
the show host? Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people, for some reason, think that Robert Downey Jr. is related to that guy. It's a totally different.
I would like to tell him what's Robert Downey Jr. What does that name end with? A junior, right?
Right, junior.
Yeah.
That's it. But yeah, that's my fondest memory of him. He shut that dude up.
Nice.
But yeah, wrestling. Let me tell you something, man. The best guy going today, and guys,
Shockmaster.
by the way, I've found Brock Lesnar's great. I've never been a guy. My wife can't stand him because she calls him a part timer, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, Brock Lesnar is the beast. He just is. He is badass.
I didn't say Brock Lesnar. I said Shockmaster.
Oh, Shockmaster. Who's that?
Oh,
Look up the clip.
the Shockmaster is the reason YouTube exists.
Yes.
What?
Yeah. So,
okay.
Well, it's from WCW early '90s. It was a Flair for the Gold segment.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just I can't properly describe it. It's like a piece. It's like a piece of art, Joe.
Okay. So do I need to look this up and put it on? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, hang on a second. I'm setting up to do video now. Hang on. Because I was going to show you the guy that I think is the best storyteller today. Let's see. Okay.
And for anybody in the audience, Joe's wearing a RKO hat for Randy Orton, not Ryan Kennel.
That's right. Not Ryan Kennel. This is Randy Orton, a guy I miss very much.
Yeah.
I hope his back gets better. We may never see him again, though. It's his back, guys, and it's been getting worse over the years. So I hope we see him again, but hey, if he doesn't wrestle another match the rest of his life, he's has
still
made.
a Hall of Famer.
Yes, absolutely. The guy is awesome. Okay, what am I searching for?
Shockmaster WCW.
Shock. Use the vowel there, Joe. Shockmaster. 2 words?
No, 1 word.
1 word.
Well, yeah, I think so.
The Shockmaster versus Sid. Shockmaster Struts Review. No, I think it's 2 words. Okay, Shockmaster what?
Entrance WCW.
Entrance WCW. Debut?
Yep.
Yeah, debut will work.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look. I'll throw it up here real quick so you guys can tell me which one to show. And let's make sure we got audio. Guys, I've figured out a way to do this, if you know what I'm saying. Which one are we talking? This guy with the glitter.
The unforgettable, that's it. The unforgettable debut of Shockmaster.
You may want to do the one that's a couple down, just because that one is WWE. So I don't know if they would have an issue. So
oh yeah.
So you may want to do that one.
Okay.
Yeah, the one with Sid. Yeah.
It's, I
Okay.
mean, it should be the same thing, but
Okay. Says higher quality. The Shockmaster,
Well,
higher quality.
force
Okay.
it.
Hang on. Let me get this. Let me get this up real quick. And pop that open. And of course,
what are you feeling right now?
it's got a friggin' ad. Let me do one more thing here. We're going to ramp it up to 1.5.
My
Sid
God,
Vicious
that's so
versus
funny.
So
My
Sting.
gosh, man.
credit to
Sting
Sid
and,
Vicious
That's
for not
Davey Boy.
breaking there.
Right? Yeah.
That's
That's that's great stuff.
So
If
Flair
you
was
watch, you could see Sting about to break.
Yeah.
So Flair was recently
funny.
on Joe Rogan, and
Yeah.
Tony Hinchcliffe was on there with him, who's a big wrestling fan, and he made Joe pull that clip up, and Flair talked about how, like, right before all that goes down there in the middle of the segment, how Flair he and the valet he had with him, that they creep out that back door, like he's
Right.
like, I don't
I
wanna go to
noticed they were heading for the door.
I think that was Woman at the time.
Oh, really?
Chris Benoit's wife that he killed.
I think it's different. Flair said he's currently married to her, so I think he's been married to her for quite a while now. I think it's a different.
I didn't think it was the same. Okay, well,
Hang on. I'm looking up a video here.
Yeah, she did favor for sure.
What a deal. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Who was the wrestler that was in that thing?
Tugboat.
Was Tugboat? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's funny, man. Let's see. Double or Nothing. This is my favorite moment in wrestling in the last 20 years, if I can find it.
Oh, no.
I should be able to find it. It really is. This is the guy that I think is just the best at telling a story these days. Well, there it is. Yep, it's the first thing on there. Let me cue it up real quick. Make sure I got it going the right speed. Yeah, I've been ramping these things up to like 1.25 to try and keep the algorithm from hitting them. You know what I mean? So we can actually watch them. And that's why I've got this special screen made up and everything. Let's
E. Clay Thomason just popped in and said, "Congrats on 300."
Oh, all right. Thanks, buddy. It's good to see you there, E. Clay Thomas. Hail to you, my friend, and thank you. I couldn't have done it without you, man. Let's see. Here it is here. This is after their bloody match at Double or Nothing. This is AEW's very first pay-per-view as a legit wrestling organization. Have any of you seen this? This is the match between Cody Rhodes. This was an epic match. I suggest that everybody see this at least once in their lifetime, man. Look, these two stood toe-to-toe in the ring. Dustin pointed to the air because the entire crowd was chanting Dusty, Dusty,
Wow.
Dusty. Wow. Okay, it was the Sons of Dusty Road going at it, and you see how bloody Dustin is. Dustin was in the middle of, he was about to take off his boots. Okay, he was about to retire. They had a killer match. He bled all over the damn place.
Damn.
Okay, and so did and Cody won the match, but this is what happened after the match. This is why I say this guy's the best storyteller in wrestling right now. Cody Rhodes, no doubt in my mind. Check this out. Can you hear it? No.
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah. It was muted. Sorry.
Can't see anything.
You're not sharing it.
Oh, it helps. It helps if I've got it up there. It really does.
That's what she said.
Yes. Okay. Now, let me know if you can hear it. Freaking awesome shit.
Nice.
Nobody tells a story like Cody Rhodes does, and he's doing. He's back. I love his story because he was doing some shit in WWE he hated. He hated being Stardust. He thought it was shit. He thought, they're just wasting me. He knew he was better than that. And he said, look, guys, and it was shortly after Dusty had died.
Oh, shit.
And he had passed away. And he said, look, let me have my release. And they didn't buck him on it. They let him have his release. They let him go ahead and walk away from the company. And he bet on himself. It's just a story of a guy betting on himself. He went out on the indie scene. He started ruling Ring of Honor wrestling. He started New Japan wrestling. He started in Japan and got their belts. Then he went to Ring of Honor and got their belts, and that's where he hooked up with the Hardley Boys, as we like to call them. And they did something that, they basically started AEW, and the way they did it was they were working for Ring of Honor, and there's a guy that's an inside dope guy for wrestling, Dave Metzler. Okay, that's this guy's name.
Yeah.
And
Dave.
somebody tweeted Dave Metzler and asked him, said, do you think Ring of Honor could fill a 10,000 seat arena? And Dave Metzler said, I don't think so. Not at this time. I don't think they could do that. Right. And Cody got wind of it and he tweeted him back and said, I'll take that bet. Right. And him and Nick and Matt Jackson put their money together and rented an arena outside Chicago. I can't remember the name of the damn arena, but it was a 10,000 seat house. They didn't say who was going to be in the show. All they said was it was being put on by Cody Rhodes and the Jacksons, right? And Kenny Omega's name was attached. Nobody knew who was going to be wrestling, what the matches were going to be, nothing. They put the tickets on sale 6 months before the show. It sold out in half an hour. All they knew it was going to be independent wrestlers. It was going to be an independent wrestling show. And basically they used the assets of Ring of Honor. Of course, Ricky Abani, who I consider to be one of the best wrestling announcers there is, the guy that does Ring of Honor. He was the announcer at the show. They used a couple other people from Ring of Honor Wrestling. They used their ring. All the setup stuff was theirs. But all the acts were independent wrestling acts, right? And they blew the doors off the place, man. Hang on just a second. Let me show you this, too. You will dig this. This is after the show. And the thing that made AEW is that Tony Khan was at this show. Now, Tony Khan, you can say what you want about the guy. He is a wrestling fan. Always has been.
I think he's got screw loose.
Yeah, he does have a screw loose. Absolutely. He should never be on camera. I can tell you that. He should never be on camera on TV.
He does have deep pockets, though.
He does have deep pockets. Absolutely. Let's see. Let me see if I can find this. After All In.
I don't know what McMahon's deal was with the Rhodes family. He puts Dusty in polka dots when he brings him in. He puts Dustin as Gold Dust, Cody as Stardust. I don't know what.
I like the Goldust character though.
Yeah, the Goldust character, actually, that's Dustin's idea. That was his deal.
I thought initially he was against it.
Yeah, he might have been, but he embraced it, and he did the best he could with it, man. And hey, I thought it was pretty cool. But this, just to give you an idea of what's going on here, let's see. Remember this number, 852. We're going to go back to that. But I've got to show you the first guy that starts talking in this after thing. This is After All In, okay, which is that independent wrestling show. The main event was the Jacksons and I can't remember the Japanese wrestler's name, but he was partners with Kenny Omega at the time. And it was two luchadors and Rey Mysterio. And Rey Mysterio came out there dressed as Wolverine, guys. He had the yellow tights and all that shit. That's what I'm fixing to show you here. Hang on.
Oh, wow.
I'll pull this up. Yeah. This is after the show, though. This is after the last match. Okay. That's Rey right there. Cool. Yeah, it's Rey Fenix, Rey Mysterio. They're all chanting All In.
So this is what spawned AEW?
I'm sorry?
So this is what spawned AEW?
Hang on. Yeah, this is what spawned AEW. Yes, absolutely. It like I said, you see how packed that place is. They're in a room to move in there. Let me get to the part where he gets a microphone in his hand. I think it's right in here somewhere.
852.
No. I want you to hear what Rey Mysterio says.
Ibushi, Matt,
Nick, I just want to say thank you for letting me be part of history.
Yeah. That's Rey Mysterio saying that. Thank you for letting me be part of history.
The most important, thank you guys, all of you.
Look at that outfit, man. He looks just like friggin' Wolverine.
Same height too.
Yep.
Much respect. That's it. Thank you. Much love.
But they, the Hardy Boys get in here and talk about a bunch of bullshit, but then they give the microphone to Cody Rhodes. Okay?
You know what? This was my favorite night of my career.
Listen to what Cody says.
You know what I like? Everyone is still in this building.
Yep. Nobody moved. They were all still there. Wow, and he's got a fine wife.
It's a serendipitous tale, things just falling in line one after another. And one of those things is not only did I find colleagues right here, not only did I find peers, these people are my best friends in the entire world. And that big question of what happens next with this group, we are sticking together.
And they did for 5 years. He was there for a while.
Yeah. Because nobody, no man, no company, no entity owns pro wrestling. We own pro wrestling.
Yeah.
And there are families out there, brothers, sisters, friends. Every single person knows what it's like to be told you are undesirable, what it's like to be told we can't fly you, you're from California, you're not good enough for WWE every single day. The reality is this. No, the reality is this. History went from undesirable to undeniable.
Yeah. You guys remember what the first thing he did on AEW Wrestling whenever the first episode? Do you guys remember what he did?
No.
He had one of those big entrances where you come up out of the smoke and all that stuff, and there was a throne behind him, and he took a sledgehammer to it.
Huh.
He was sending a signal to Triple H, "We're coming for you." You know what I mean? Yeah, it was great. AEW, and I still watch it. It's not as good without Cody, that's for sure. But some stuff happened there where well, first of all, one thing you got to know about Cody is he'll give it up to promote somebody else to his own detriment a lot of the time. And he had to do a heel thing in a match that really just burned his bridge with the whole AEW crowd. And that's when, about that time CM Punk was coming in. They were hiring a lot of the ex-wrestlers from WWE that weren't there anymore. Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, whatever they call him now. A bunch of these guys that were really popular that weren't. Jericho was another one, yes. And he was wanting that kind of money, and Tony didn't want to give him that kind of money. He said, fine, I'll just go back to WWE. And after this 5-year stint away, right? 5-6 year stint away, they saw the power of Cody Rhodes. And when he came back, he was able to say, okay, I don't want to put that Stardust shit back on. I want to be Cody Rhodes. I want to be my character. And he walked in as the American Nightmare, just the same as he had been for the last 5 years, because he'd shown him, hey, I can be the man. I can carry the torch. You know what I mean? And it's awesome.
In that speech he just gave,
yeah,
one term he used is pro wrestling, to which Vince would watch it and go, you mean sports entertainment, pal.
You mean sports entertainment, don't you? Yeah. Oh, he's always changing the language to make it unique to WWE. Yeah. And I think that's all about licensing and shit. He's always thinking about ways to make a dollar.
But Vince has got 15 or 20 words you can't say.
Right. He's got a shit ton of them you can't say. And plus, Cody couldn't even use his last name.
What?
Yep.
Yes. Cody Rhodes' name is owned by WWE, the Cody Rhodes name. Now, that's not his real name, Okay.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
the Cody Rhodes name, he had to go out and on the away from WWE as just Cody.
Yep.
He couldn't be called Cody Rhodes
The only
because
Although
they owned his name. Yeah.
Although everybody knew he was the Rhodes because they
Everybody
always
knows who
referenced
he
Dusty
is, but he
and
used that name. Yeah, it's
only-
bizarre, man. The stuff, if you really look into one of the best videos you'll ever watch about that stuff, that guy that does Last Week Tonight. What is that guy's name? The British dude?
John Oliver.
John Oliver.
Yeah, John Oliver. He did, one of his pieces he did was about the independent contracts that they signed with the WWE and how everything they do is to make sure that they're shielded from liability for anything that happens to them. And watch that sometime. Watch that one that he does about the WWE. It is unbelievable. I mean, I'm not a big fan of that guy, but that show right there tells you everything you need to know about Vince McMahon and how everything is about this. Every bit of what he does. You know what I mean? And hell, if you hear the best that there was, the best that ever will be, that guy talk about it. He's like, man, all we are is circus animals to Vince. That's all we are. You know, he treats every one of them like circus animals, you know? So, but yeah, I love Cody's story. I think it's, you know, that's a guy betting on himself. And that's basically what I'm trying to do in my own way, you know, spend the money on the computer so I can do this with you guys. Spend some money on some promotional posters for these things, you know? And, so that's what I'm trying to do, you know, and it's working. I'll get to 1,000 stubs. I'll get monetized. It'll be 2 years from now, but you know, hey,
it'll happen.
Yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen. You know, but what's really cool is I've got a core group of guys that I hang with that we can bring in a guy that like Ruben that's not here very often, and he feels right at home with the guys I'm with. You know what I mean? Because we're all like-minded individuals, and the one rule I have, Ruben, don't poo-poo people for what they like and what they don't like. I'm like Elon in that way. Free speech, baby. You know, if you're not giving your money to Disney anymore, good for you. That's your stance. You do it. You know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to give money to them either. But you know, there's certain things that they do that I do like, and I want to be able to enjoy them. You know, I tell people all the time. It's like when people stopped watching WWE. Or not WWE, but the NFL, whenever they went woke for about 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I just looked at everybody and said, look, I'm not going to let millionaires decide what I like. I like football. I have liked football my entire life, and I'm going to continue to watch it. Now, am I going to agree with those what these idiots are doing? No. And I'll say it, but I'm not going to stop watching the game. I have a passion for football, and I always have, you know? So I'm not going to quit watching that game. Give me a break, you know. I'm not going to cut off my nose to spite my face, you know. That makes no sense. But yeah, when Homeboy started kneeling for the national anthem, I was like, this guy is the biggest retard in the world. First of all, that's almost as bad, really, when you look at it, as Bud Light giving that friggin' beer can to that idiot Mulvaney. Okay, it's basically not knowing your core audience, because everybody knows people that watch football, they're patriotic as hell, man. You know, they alienated half their fan base when they did that.
I haven't bought any Nikes since the whole Kaepernick stuff because
I don't buy
they
Nike
knowingly
because of
did that. You know,
Yep.
It was with
I understand it. And that's a good stance to be. And this Bud Light thing, I love it. I think it's awesome. You know, I wish more folks, when people get fed up with something, would put their foot down on it. You know what I mean? But when it came to, I guess I look at it a different way. And you know, I was in the military. I'm a veteran of the U.S. Army Military Police Corps, but I've always believed that, you know, there's a First Amendment, and you've got free speech, and if you want to show your ass, go ahead and show your ass. I won't ever buy anything with your name on it, but
Right.
doesn't mean I'm going to stop watching football over it, though.
Right.
You have got the right to be as stupid as you want to be. You go for it. You know what I mean?
But that doesn't steal your joy. Yeah.
No, it's not going to steal my joy at all. I'm not going to give him any energy. I'm not going to give him my money or my energy. Not going to. Sorry. And I loved watching my Seahawks kick his ass every time we played him. It was awesome. It was great. Loved it. Made it even better. But anyway, well, listen, guys, I see Ruben's over there yawning a little bit. And I do have to get up and do some things with Gary in the morning because he's doing a movie that I love first thing in the morning. So,
Hunt for Red October.
yeah, The Hunt for Red October. That's one of my top 5s, baby.
Nice.
Let me tell you. Have you ever read that book, guys? That
Yeah.
book is fantastic. It really is. And I read it way before they made that movie. And I don't know if you know this about that book, but he was debriefed by the White House. They wanted to know how he knew everything that was in that book. And not necessarily the quiet running sub. That wasn't it. How he knew everything about our defense network and how it works. Because it was so realistic, because it was all factual. This is actually how we do it.
Pre-internet when he wrote this, yeah.
Right. And they're all like, how did you know this stuff? And it turns out he's never spent a day in the military in his life. I think he sold insurance before he became a writer. And he had a friend who was in the military, though, that showed him where he could find it in public records. All this stuff. And he did the research. He did the work. And wow, what a deal. I mean,
Nice.
the only thing about that book that's a little different is the part at the end of the movie where you see the sub trying to kill him and them sinking another sub to try and make it look like they've sunk it. Those are two different. They don't happen at the same time. I like the way it is in the movie. It makes it more dramatic. You know what I mean? Both things are going on at the same time. Let's see what the chat's talking about here. E. Clay Thomas says, why does he sound like a revival pastor? Because Cody can do that, man. Look, everybody, we actually did a show. If you remember, John and Matt, we did a show on inspiring things and inspiring people. And that's the way inspiring people talk, E. Clay. Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite football players is Ray Lewis. I would follow that guy through a wall. He needs to be a pastor. He can make people believe in things, man. He really can. The way he talks, they believe in what they're talking about. Let's see. He says Seahawks, bleh. Oh, whatever. You like the team you want. I'm going to like the team I want. I like
the team I want.
That's it. Yeah, your team's in the AFC Championship every year. What do they got? 2 Super Bowls now?
2 Super Bowls out of 3, and they've been in the AFC Championship for 5 years.
5 years in a row. Yeah, I mean, you can't get
asked
for
much always at Arrowhead.
Always at Arrowhead, baby. That's right. They always
roads
get
lead through Arrowhead.
The road goes through Arrowhead. Christian Delhomme says, I made it to the end. See you in the morning, Joe, and good night, everybody. Good night, brother.
Christian.
And E. Clay says good night to him. Okay, so let's start with my man John, and let's say our good nights to the folks and let them know where you're going to be at, buddy.
Well, good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging with us. I know it's been a couple hours, but it's been a fun couple hours. You can always find me on Pop Culture Minefield. Usually, on the 10 a.m. show, and then on the weekend at the 1 or 2 p.m. show. That's Friday and Saturday and Sunday. You don't see me much on Sundays because I'm behind the scenes doing stuff.
He sticks his face in there every once in a while.
Yeah. When it's funny.
Yeah.
But and you can find me on That 70s Rock Fans channel on Mondays for Only Talk and Roll. And then you can always find me here on Wednesdays.
There you go. Thanks a lot, John. I appreciate you being here, man. You're a big part of where I'm at today. I appreciate it, man. Matt, tell him what's up, dude.
You can find me here most every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. And just want to say thanks for having me on, Joe. Congratulations on 300 subscribers.
Couldn't have done it without you, man. Couldn't have done it without you.
Numbers gonna jump up. You could go in bits and spurts.
Yep.
And could grow quicker than you think.
Yeah.
But thanks for having me on and just support everybody on the panel.
Absolutely. Ruben, tell them where you're at, man.
I'm here on YouTube, my Ruben Christopher Haynes. I also have a channel, My Weight Loss Quest, on YouTube, but my main channel is Rumble, where I have all the videos reported there, and I'm starting to do lives basically after all of the situation I've been through. I'm basically looking for the future, trying to see what I can do and continue to lose weight and improve my life. That's where I am.
All right. Well, listen, man, let me let you guys know what's going on with my channel. Of course, I always do it a little bit more in depth on mine. So you, of course, are watching Joe's Atmosfere. I've got several shows during the week, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do chronologically this week. First place you're going to see me is tomorrow on Good Morning Coffee with Gary. He does his Military Monday show, and this is like I said, one of my favorite movies ever.
Nice.
The Hunt for Red October, man. What a cast. Scott Glenn, friggin' Sean Connery. And guys, I don't care what anybody says. If you've read the books, you know what I'm talking about. Alec Baldwin may be the biggest jerk that ever walked the planet, but he can play Jack Ryan better than anybody that's ever done it.
Yeah.
He is the anti-James Bond. He is an analyst who always ends up in the mix, even though he doesn't want to be. He's what you and I would be in the spy world. And it's great. His portrayal is better than any of them. And we're going to talk about it tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central. And then tomorrow, I think at 4 Central. Is that right, John? We're getting together on It's Only Talk and Roll on That 70s Rock Fans channel. Yep. And their special guest is Willie Fife and Colin Hart. They had a lot to do with Deep Purple, Rainbow, even Dio, man. So that's going to be a lot of fun to watch tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And then Wednesday, we'll be doing State of the Atmosphere. This same kind of thing. I usually come in with 2 or 3 subjects just to talk about. Well, we let the chat, in other words, us talking and the chat that you guys are writing in on dictate where we go. It's very loose. And we do this every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central. And then, of course, on Thursday, you can see the Brothers Hack the Matrix. That's me and my brother Highlander getting together, and we hack the matrix of today's headlines. It's a headline-driven show, kind of rapid fire, but we voice our opinions about what's going on and what we think is really going on behind the scenes. So tune in for that every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central. Of course, on Wednesday and Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Central, that's when I play my video games. A few video games, cocktails, and fails with Papa Joe Gamer after dark. I start with a shot, and then I play some games. If you guys watched it last week and watched me try and suffer through part of the Force Unleashed, oh my God, it was bad. But I'll get there, trust me. But anyway, we do that every Wednesday and Thursday evening late, 10 p.m. Central. And then, of course, you can watch me create my comic book from the ground up. Justifier Jim has got a lot going on these days. He's getting really into some gaming and stuff, and he hasn't been around, but he's always got an invite to co-host it with me because he's the biggest fan of the Privateer. This is the guy that has been bugging me for years to make this comic book, and now I'm doing it. We plot the pages live every Saturday, 1:30 p.m. Central. And then Sunday, Das Wolfen's with me. He runs the behind-the-scenes part of the Dork Side of the Ring, and I really recommend you go watch today's earlier episode and meet that girl, Nikki Victory. She's really great. Right now, she's called Next Level Nikki because she's a bad guy now. You see her with the friggin' glasses on there and stuff. And we cover everything WWE, AEW, and I have a section called State of the Apron where I tell you what's going on with the indies and the smaller promotions. And that's where we met Nikki at. And that's all brought to you by Pop Culture Minefield and A Digital Broadcasting on Sundays at 1 p.m. Central. And then next Sunday, I'm pretty sure the Dix division's getting together next Sunday, right? They didn't get together tonight,
so.
Ruben.
Yeah.
We have our member stream next Sunday night. It usually starts at 8 p.m. Central. So that is the lineup. Anything else you want to impart to the folks before we get out of here, guys?
I gotta start going to the Dix division because I'm a member, and I just
you need to, man. Look, he does it every 2 weeks is when he does it. Jaffo's on there, Ruben's on there. There's a bunch of great guys on there, man. And Tox is there giving us shit the whole way, you know. and it's a lot of fun, man. Those member streams start at 8 p.m. Central on Sunday nights every other Sunday. Now, sometimes if he gets too busy or something, he'll back it up during the week, but he always has it. That's one of the main reasons why there's only 2 subscriptions I have. Well, no, 3. I have 3 on YouTube. I pay into I think it's like $1 membership on Gary's Patreon.
Yeah.
I'm on that one. I think I have a $3 membership on Gary Geeks and Gamers, or not Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic. I've got a $3 membership there, but I pay $5 Subscribe Star membership to Comics Division. He's been the best to me out of everybody that I've met that's above us, if you understand what I'm saying. He is very free with his time and his knowledge, and I love the guy. I think he's awesome. And so, division, you need to get involved in those. What'd you say, Matt?
It's the Dix division. It's literally members.
Yeah.
Best I got.
Yeah, best you got. Yeah. Hey, look, I'm old. I don't hear him half the time. It goes right over my head. But look, you guys, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I wouldn't be where I'm at near as fast without any of you. So it's good to see all of you. And you guys in the chat, we wouldn't be here at all without you. So thanks for coming and watching. And until I see you guys again, I'm going to leave you with the Sketching the Privateer trailer. I love that one. That's me and Justifier Jim. Now you're going to notice Justifier Jim is a huge Power Rangers fan. So you guys take it easy. And until I see you again, keep on keeping on. God bless.